Yo, what's going on, YouTube and Resonators? It is your boy wtfmikxy here, and today we got something different in store. I am going to be talking about the current state of Wuthering Waves. Will this game succeed or will it not? The crazy thing is that the answer should be pretty obvious, but it's not, and I'm here to clarify that. Wuthering Waves at this moment has over 30 million pre-registrations, which passes what a lot of people expected coming from this game, especially with the way that Games promoted their other game title, Punishing Gray Raven, which honestly is such a great game, and I 100% believe that it deserved way more recognition than it got. However, unfortunately, that's not what happened because Games didn't promote it the way that they're promoting Wuthering Waves. Now, the thing that really boggles my mind is the sole fact that people just seem to not get that this is already a successful game. Like, having 30 million people pre-register for your game is deemed as successful. People are comparing what Genshin Impact did, which had 4 years of service, compared to a game that is not even out yet. I just wanted to remind everyone that Genshin Impact came out during the pandemic of COVID-19, which ultimately means no school, no work, parents, children, kids, all family members were just staying home the whole time. And like, the thing is, the unneeded hate just continues to pile on Wuthering Waves. And I'm not gonna lie, it's just straight up copium. People are just afraid of Wuthering Waves succeeding because people are scared of change. And the thing that's really annoying is that it does not matter what Wuthering Waves does, Genshin Impact is not gonna die. It just won't. Unfortunately, if you're one of the people that wants the game to die, it's not going to. Genshin Impact is here to stay. Wuthering Waves is coming and it's gonna be here to stay. I hate to break it to you. People are gonna have to learn to accept that Genshin Impact and Wuthering Waves are gonna coexist with each other. Casual gamers will play Genshin Impact. Casual gamers will play Wuthering Waves. Hardcore gamers will play Genshin Impact. Hardcore gamers will play Wuthering Waves. The games are similar, but the games are different. And it's crazy that I have to simplify this like I'm talking to a bunch of idiots, because anyone who thinks Wuthering Waves is gonna fail is an idiot. Alright, so Bite Sticks doesn't play Genshin Impact, hasn't played Wuthering Waves, somehow claims Wuthering Waves is a Genshin Impact clone. Sounds like the mentality of a lot of blind haters right now. Many people sure are in for a shock. Hashtag Woowa. Yes, I agree with Sticks, because literally all the Wuthering Waves hate is the blind leading the blind. It's like people jumping on the bandwagon. I feel like a lot of the problem with the gacha community is the fact that people just don't know how to think for themselves. Somebody will state an opinion and everybody will just blindly follow that opinion with no factual or concrete evidence. So 100% agree with Sticks. It is a lot of blind haters right now. And I do agree. As for somebody who played the closed beta test too, all of them haters are in for a shock. This YouTube comment states, I don't play Genshin and even I can tell it's a Genshin Impact clone. This is like everyone's favorite comment, and it's genuinely stupid. It's just dumb. Like, okay, first of all, you didn't play Genshin. Second of all, you didn't play Wuthering Waves. How in the world do you have concrete evidence that these games are cloning each other if you haven't touched either of the games? And this is exactly what I was saying. This is literally the blind leading the blind. It just literally makes no sense that a singular person can compare two things that they have never touched in their lives. This is a perfect example of someone who's saying that Wuthering Waves is going to be unsuccessful because somebody else said it. Sticks just uploaded another tweet that states, not gonna lie, I've been in this server for a lot of time. Waited 1 year for this game, but bro, gameplay sucks hard. And the only thing that's good about it is the attack animations, which are useless because characters don't deal damage without captured mobs. I sincerely hope this game will die in first week. Which are useless because characters don't deal damage without captured mobs. What? First of all, this is a person that just doesn't know how to play video games, as you could tell. Second of all, this is Games' unique spin on artifacts or relics, depending on if you play Genshin Impact or Honkai Star Rail. Third of all, this just screams skill issues. Like, if you can't play the game to play the game, just don't play the game. It's as simple as that. This is dumb. This is exactly what I'm talking about. The blind leading the blind. And again, I doubt that this person has even touched the closed beta too, because if they did play in the closed beta, this person will figure out very quickly that you can beat any type of enemy without getting hit. This is simply a skill issue. Stupidity. The more I stay on Twitter, the more my brain starts to rot. Wuthering Waves is going to flop so hard. Can't wait to see it. No way in hell it's going to compete with Genshin. Heck, once ZZZ drops, Wuthering Waves is going to be forgotten. Ha ha ha. Take a look at this. Zenless Zone Zero, 35 million pre-registrations. Hoyoverse, an established company as far as their games go. Wuthering Waves, 30 million pre-registrations, does not have two established games such as Honkai Star Rail and Genshin Impact. Heck, we can even say Honkai Impact Third as well. What are these people saying? A game cannot flop if there's 30 million people waiting to play it. This is exactly what I mean by people are just dumb. It just doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense, please. Give me a valid reason on why Wuthering Waves will fail, and then I will listen. And to further my point, just look at this graph right here. This is Google Trends. This is how often that this term is searched up. So I put in Wuthering Waves and Zenless Zone Zero next to each other. Now, I'm not bashing on Zenless Zone Zero and saying that Wuthering Waves is going to overtake Zenless Zone Zero, but here are the statistics. Currently, Wuthering Waves is exploding higher than Zenless Zone Zero. So obviously that tweet does not make sense because here's the concrete evidence that Wuthering Waves is doing just fine. So I uploaded a tweet this morning and I said, saying Wuthering Waves is going to fail at this point is a coping mechanism of people just not accepting change. To be honest, I don't know why most people are mad Genshin Impact can't die. What exactly are we arguing against? People hate to see a company succeed. Now let's see what people had to say about this, right? Okay, so here we got, I can't help but feel that Genshin has been on the decline for a while. I know statistically they've made millions, but the game really isn't going anywhere innovative or unique, and there's nothing to do. I love Genshin and I hope WoWa gives it competition. See, that's like a like-minded response. That's exactly how I feel. Like, I feel like Wuthering Waves needs to come out so that way Genshin will improve as a game. For me personally, I didn't start playing Genshin until recently in like 2023 and December at that fact. So I don't really have a high opinion on what's going on Genshin Impact per se. But with all the drama that I see on Twitter and a whole bunch of other things from YouTubers and content creators talking about the state of Genshin Impact, it seems like it's pretty bad. Here we go on that says, Genshin is a game to me right now that is just unplayable. The current update I personally hate, and frankly I'm tired of playing the game. If it wants to improve, then give the players what they deserve. Mini games, events, and only one permanent endgame mode doesn't cut it, frankly. It sucks. That's another thing too. Genshin Impact did not get any type of endgame content until Wuthering Waves began booming. And people were requesting this for years. People were requesting for endgame content on Genshin Impact. But like I said before, I'm not here to bash on Genshin. What I'm trying to say is that Wuthering Waves needs to be here so that way they both can coexist and Genshin can improve as a game. Milton said, I'm certainly glad you're looking at both sides. Of course I'm going to be looking at both sides because MiHoYo does have a good game. Genshin Impact, as much as we hate to say it, is a good game. It's just being dried out and people are just not enjoying it as much as they used to. And as time goes on, new games will come out. More gacha games will come out. People just need to understand that Genshin Impact has been out for 4 years. That is a very long time for a game. And Genshin Impact has been on the top for a very long time. So I don't understand the hate on Wuthering Waves. It's crazy how so many people could just give out an opinion and not have a valid reason to back up that opinion. And most of the time, the arguments don't even make sense. It's actually stupid. Shane said, I feel like it's a coping mechanism from the Genshin elitists fearing the possible overtake of another game that could potentially be Wuthering Waves. Now, I don't agree that Wuthering Waves will overtake Genshin Impact, but I do agree that this is Genshin Impact's first competitor. And I know there's a bunch of other creators who are excited to get their hands on this game that were looking for something new. Like for me personally, I haven't seen this many content creator friends in a long time. It's already proven enough that Wuthering Waves is going somewhere. And sure, maybe a couple mil will fall off in a couple of months, but 30 million? It's gonna be really hard for that to die. And by the way, mentioning creators, we have big creators like Tectone who's gonna be streaming this game for a week straight. And if he reaches, I think, 10,000 viewers, I'm pretty sure he's not turning the stream off. I know that Braxophone will be streaming this game as well. I was just on his stream and he's gonna be going for it as well. Oh, Doro44, another big creator who's gonna be dabbling into Wuthering Waves. Day one of Wuthering Waves is gonna be absolutely insane. It's mind-boggling because I know for a fact that most of the people who are hating on Wuthering Waves and say, I'm not gonna touch Wuthering Waves, is gonna be playing Wuthering Waves. They're just waiting, and I know they are. I can't wait for half the community to just be shook. I can't wait for half of them to be like, oh, wow, this game it's actually good. Can Wuthering Waves just drop? Can it be May 22nd already so we can just shut all the haters up? Like, that's all I'm gonna say, man. Like, it It just needs to happen. And lastly, I'm gonna just let you all know, if you don't think Wuthering Waves is staying, you can get options. Well, if you made it to the end of my video, thank you for listening to my rant and thank you for getting through this with me. If you are new, my name is wtfmikxy, not wtfmikxy, and make sure you smash the subscribe button down below so you can find your way back to the channel. Leave a like, please comment your thoughts, and while you're down there, join the community Discord. Are you excited for Wuthering Waves? Because I know I am. That's it for now. Peace.